In this session, I shall be talking about laser printers, inkjet printer, plotter, as well as a computer speaker. The printers I'm speaking about are all examples of non-impact printer. So let's first try to understand what is a laser printer and how it really works. So what happens here is whatever is the content, okay, that particular content is beamed onto this mirror, which this mirror reflects it onto this drum. This particular drum contains the text or image that is going to be printed, the complete page of text or image that is going to be printed. So the laser sends this to the mirror beams the content of the entire page onto this drum. Now, this drum is statically charged. Since it is statically charged, the toner or the ink is attracted only at those points where the light rays form characters or images on the drum. Now, once you see, this is the path of the paper is passed like this. It starts from here, goes like this, comes out like this, and then gets out here. So once the paper goes here, it comes here, the image on the drum, okay, is transferred onto the paper, or it's fused onto the paper. That is, the contents of the toner or the image is fused onto the paper by application of heat. Okay, that's why you see when a paper comes out of a laser printer, it's slightly warm. The advantage of a laser printer is the quality of the image is excellent. Okay, the speed of printing is really good. In fact, its speed is measured in terms of pages per minute or multiple pages per minute, called as ppm. It starts with a density of 300 dpi and it can go up to 1200 dpi. Higher the dpi, better the quality of prints you are going to have on a laser printer. Now the next type of printer we shall try to take a look at is going to be the inkjet printer. So in the inkjet printer, the characters or images are formed by tiny holes. There's a printhead here in the front. So by the tiny holes, characters or images are formed from the printhead. So the printhead sprays or propels ink onto the paper. A color inkjet printer has four cartridges which tend to be black, blue, magenta, and cyan. Okay, so you can see magenta, yellow, cyan, and black. These are the standard colors which are there on a inkjet printer. Now, since the ink is ionized, the ionized ink sticks to the paper as the paper moves across the printhead. So as the paper moves across the printhead, since the ink is ionized, it sticks onto the paper. Now the control or the flow of ink or the ink flow direction is managed by magnetized plates which help create the requisite characters. So the ink is being sprayed. So using this magnetized plates, okay, the required characters are being formed or the required images are being formed on the paper. The advantage of inkjet printer is the quality of prints is extremely high, but it is slower compared to laser print. It is used for specific work. You cannot just use it for any kind of work like bulk printing and all. It is generally used for high quality prints. All right. Now let's take a look at the next type of a printer, which is known as a plotter. The next type of a printer, known as a plotter, is primarily used by architects or civil and mechanical engineers. In this type of printer, what happens is there are a number of pens available here. There are a number of pens available, and using the multiple pens are available in the sense having different colors. So those multiple pens are used to produce colored plots on the sheet of paper. The output produced, as opposed to the previous printers being dot by dot, here it is produces line by line. Therefore you can find smooth created or continuous lines by this particular plotter. A plotter is an extremely expensive device and it is used for very specialized applications like computer aided design, computer aided manufacturing, and by civil and mechanical engineers. All right, now let's try to take a look at the last item on today's video session, that is the computer speaker. So a computer speaker is again an example of a output device. So a computer speaker produces audible output. So you have text, you have any information. So the speaker produces it in form of sound waves. So the input being processed by the computer is digital signals. The speaker converts digital to analog and produces the output as analog signal. So digital signals from the computer are transformed to analog signals by the speaker. This is extensively used in banks for customer support, in airlines for making announcement, for doing inquiry on phone. So whenever you call a phone, sometimes those inquiry numbers tell you to speak out something. So that recognition and output, the speaker technology is used. Now, if you combine a speaker with a software called as a voice synthesizer, you can use the speaker to produce human like sound. All right. So in this session, we took a look at the different output devices. In the next session, we are going to try to take a look at what are the different memory devices or memory which is available in the computer system.